Alright guys, so yes, this is gonna be the Ask Sleepy part of my YouTube, and as you can see I have a lot of changes. I have my green screen behind me, which is new. It's a lot better than my blanket. It works a lot better and it looks a lot nicer. And then I also have in front of that my DX eraser, which is freaking awesome. I'm so happy that I have it. Oh, it's out of focus. It's fun. And then I also have my softbox. And yes, I'm actually really happy. I've come such a long way since, I guess I only have one YouTube video, but I've come a long way since streaming, which is back in January. So let's get to the Ask Sleepy. Alright, and as you can see, yeah, it's really dark in here. I thought that having my softbox off would help the lighting because it's really bright, but I guess not. So as you guys couldn't tell, I'm not a professional. So yes, this video's lighting is going to be fun. You guys asked some questions. So the first question is, what caused you to first start streaming? Honestly, I've always loved to play video games. I have never been good. I just started playing COD back in August. And I just figured that, I love to meet people, and I'm such an extrovert, and I love to talk to people, and just, it's so much fun to meet all these people all over the world who are all connected through gaming. So honestly, I don't know, I saw somebody on my PS4 and they were streaming, and I was like, yo, that's such a cool idea, bud. So yeah, I just kind of was like, hey, why not? Let's see if it works. And it did, so that was good. Okay, so the second question is, how did you get so good with the ukulele and singing? I probably should have proofread these, but thank you for posting that and saying that I'm good. I got my ukulele back in October for my birthday, and my boyfriend bought it for me. And I don't know, I've always been singing my whole life. I always thought that, everyone can sing, so why not? So I've been in a couple musicals, and I've just been singing for a really long time, so I'm glad that you like it. I'm still a little bit embarrassed of my voice, but thank you! Wow, I cannot stop touching my hair, and yeah, it's just gonna be so messed up for this video. But the next question is, what place would you like to visit? So realistically, I would like to visit New York and California. I don't know why, I've always just wanted to. I've always wanted to go to New York and skate on like the Rockefeller Plaza and go see like the ball drop on Times Square, and let's go ice skating and just like everything. I really want to see Jimmy Fallon. Actually, I love Jimmy Fallon. He's so funny. And then California, because the beaches and just, I don't know, everyone seems so relaxed there. But unrealistically, like a lot of money, I would love to go visit Rome. Rome is, in my eyes, just one of the most beautiful cities. Just, it's so pretty, and all the like, the buildings, and just, I don't know, I've just always really loved Rome, and just I always felt so connected, and just, I would love to go there. Okay, and then the next question is, how was it that you started to become interested in video games, and what was the first game console? So, I have always been interested in video games. I'm one of those people that I wouldn't mind. I actually kind of enjoy watching people play video games. When I was a kid, I watched my brother play video games. My sister was never into video games, but I used to love playing, like Nintendo and like the DS and all of those little things. The first game console, like if we're gonna for Xbox and PS4, I started with 360, but for like the first console ever, I'm pretty sure it was Nintendo, the Super Nintendo. And I remember I used to play like Ren and Stimpy and just like Mortal Kombat and just all of those really fun games. Okay, and then the next question is, what was your favorite game growing up? My favorite game had to be SSX. I absolutely loved it. Turkey was okay, it wasn't too good, but SSX 3, oh my gosh, that was like my life. I was rocking with Elise. I loved the music through all the peaks. Like, the music that you would have would determine how good I would do, I felt. Like, if I had that one, it's like, raise your hand, the crazy music, I would go so hard. I'd be doing like these like flips, and I'd be doing awesome. I really, really loved to play that game. I loved the whole entire series. I remember I got on tour on Wii, and then I got the next one for Xbox 360, and I'm really hoping they make one for PS4. I don't think they're going to, but if they make one for Xbox One, I'm also going to buy that. So I really loved SSX. Okay. And the next question is, how did you meet Devin, and what made you want to date him? So I met Devin at the work that I was working at. At the time, I was working at Olive Garden. I met him for I think, an hour, and then I left to Holland for 5 weeks. And I came back, and it's weird. Me and him have such similar personalities, and we get along so well, and our humor is just so in sync with each other that, I don't know, it was kind of like a no-brainer, dating a best friend, you know? So, I don't know. It was weird. We went on like a weird subway date, and it just kind of escalated from there. Yeah. Okay, what does happiness mean to me? Sex. Yeah, just sex is happiness. That's about it. Thank you. Just kidding. I don't know. That's a really hard question to answer. To me, happiness could be, I don't know. I mean, like, it's all about the people that you're with, right? You know, just doing what makes you happy. Like, I know, like, whenever I was acting, gosh, I miss it so much, but, when I was acting, it was always nice, you know, performing on stage and, like, being with all my friends and being comfortable, and it was such a nice time. And I don't know, like, I miss it a lot, but, you know, like, that moment, that feeling, it stays with you. You know, like, all of your hard work, everything you've worked for, you're on stage, and you're showing, like, what you can do. Like, the same with, like, ballet and dance. Like, when I was dancing, I was just, my 7 months of hard work, like, I know with acting, you only get 3 days to show, like, you know, your performances, and it was a long time of work, but I really enjoyed it. No, but for reals, sex. Alright, what is your most embarrassing moment? So I honestly have, like, the worst memory. Like, I don't know what happened. I just, like, my short-term memory is fine. Like, I can be a good server and all that jazz, but I have such bad memory. But I remember this one time in grade 9, it was just, like, it was a weird, like, little thing. I don't know what it was called. I was yellow team, there was a red team, there's a green team, and a blue team. And there's, like, this weird thing. It's one part I was, like, up to do for, like, our team or whatever. And it's where we had to, like, roll these, like, giant freaking tires, like, you know, cross the gym floor, and, like, in the middle there's, like, a huge X, so, like, we could, like, easily collide and, you know, bounce back and all that jazz. So I'm going, and I'm gonna win, we're gonna win. This guy on my team, he's like, oh, you're not fast enough, Courtney. And he's like, let me come help you. So he runs to come grab the tire to help me spin it better. He, like, knocks the tire over, and I'm still running at this point. So I go, and my foot gets caught in the tire, and I biff it so hard, and it's so embarrassing, and someone got a photo in the yearbook, and I was so embarrassed that even happened. And then the other time that I remember, most recently, was I was with my friend Cindy, and we were at the movies, and we called this cab, and it was supposed to, like, you know, like, arrive at the theater and blah blah blah. So it does, and I go up there, and I open the door, and I'm like, after you, my lady. And it's not actually our cab, it's a cab dropping off people. So these two guys are come out, and he's like laughing so hard, so embarrassing. He's like, oh no, after me, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so freaking sorry. I'm like, I can't believe that happened. And then he's like, oh no, like, don't worry about it. And then he opens the door for me, and he's like, after you, my lady, like, mocking me and everything. And it was just so embarrassing and so awkward. And, like, I do a lot of embarrassing stuff, but, you know, you get over it. Life moves on. Okay, so in your past life, have you played any sports / watch? I presume that you mean in, like, my past. I used to play a lot of sports in junior high. For 3 years, I did volleyball. And then for the first year, I did basketball. And then for the second year, I did wrestling. And then in high school, I did volleyball for the first year. But I didn't continue that because acting and dancing, it was clashing so much. Especially because I was also in advanced acting. So there was that. So yes, just a little bit, you know, mostly volleyball. Yeah. Sleepy, when are you gonna drop that mixtape? I said, what mixtape are you talking about? I said, what mixtape are you fronting about? I said, shoot, boy, you know I got skills. You said, shoot, boy, you know I'm gonna make it through. I said, ooh, just kidding. I don't have any rap skills for shit, so never. Okay, so how does your blue screen work, and how to have the game streaming in the background on Twitch? So I'm presuming you mean like when I was on PS4. So I had the blue screen on PS4. There's a setting where you can go into chromatic key. then you can, so for chroma key, it works with blue or green. So I was like, dude, I'm like, I have a blue blanket. I used to have the cheapest setup. So that's all I had to do. And then, of course, I have my face and the camera, and then the game automatically plays in the background. Now, with my setup, I have this green screen, obviously, which is really good because I can't use blue anymore because this is blue and you wouldn't be able to see it at all. But, yeah, so I have my AverMedia Live Gamer HD card, and I have to hook up my my PS4 into that, and then I have to hook another HDMI from the AverMedia into my monitor, and then from that, it's on the PC, it's also on my monitor, so I can play it on my monitor, and then on the PC, I just use the XSplit, and I just stream it in the background, and then I have a Logitech camera that I use to see my face and everything. Yeah, it's a lot more of a lot harder stuff now, but the simplest way was just chroma key on PS4. It's just, you wouldn't be able to see, like, Twitch notifications, which I really hated. I love that they pop on the screen now. It's so cool. It's like, oh, who followed me? But yeah, so that's about it. Alright, what's your favorite old game and why? Old game, I'm thinking, like, you know, like PS1, I guess. I loved Spyro. My mom bought me every single Spyro that ever came out. It was amazing. I absolutely loved playing Spyro. I actually got the arcade version of it on my 360. It sucked. I couldn't get, you know, like, gamer score. I couldn't get any achievements. But I love Spyro. I don't know. I've always loved Spyro. The little purple dragon, getting all those gems. So yeah, Spyro. What's your favorite thing to do when you aren't streaming? I don't know. Whenever I stream, or when I'm not streaming, I do play a lot of video games. I have just recently gotten to League of Legends. I am loving it. I am rocking as Teemo, at least, like, you know, at, like, my level. I'm pretty noobish. I've been playing for, like, almost 2 weeks, not even. I'm just getting into Heimerdinger. He's such a cheap character, and I love it. I have Varus as well. I haven't really played much else. I want to get into, like, you know, some more tanks, but I have been doing that recently. I do love reading as well, but I don't like reading, like, your normal, typical, like, rom-coms. I have always had such an attachment to mythological books. You know, like, things that, like, you know, that can't be real, and, like, mythological movies. So, like, I have read The Immortal Instruments. I really love the Hush Hush series. I've always loved that since grade 9. I started reading that. Evermore, you know, there's just, like, they're all, like, you know, like, oh, like, this girl's psychic and something happens, or, like, you know, it's all fake and something happens. But I've always just loved reading about stuff like that. So I'd like to read as well. I love to play with my cats. I play with them all the time. I don't really do much. I stream like 9 hours a day and I need to sleep 8 hours a day, so yeah, and you know, walk in the subway. Eating! Oh, I love eating! That's what I like to do. Okay. What kind of music do you listen to? So, I honestly listen to all types of music. I listen anything from, like, indie rock, you know, like Never Shout Never. I really used to love them so much. And then I like country. I like rap, like R&B. Like, I love so much music, and I go all the way up to, like, Avenged Sevenfold. I wouldn't go as far as, like Five Finger Death Punch or anything like that, because some of them, well, some of the songs are good, obviously, but I can't handle too much Screamo, like, if it's just straight Screamo. But, you know, Escape the Fate and Avenged Sevenfold, I have so much of them on my phone as well. I just love, you know, I honestly give all music a chance, just like I give all people a chance, so music's like people. Yeah. Okay, yes, so that is the end of the Q&A. I did skip a couple questions because they were like I don't know how to answer them. They were like, oh, like, yes, like, why is it called Sleepy? You know who you are. And, oh, how'd you find someone else's blueberry? You know who you are. So there's a couple questions like that, which were, you know, like, I don't know how to answer those for, like, a long enough than 10 seconds. Like, oh, I found him on PS4. Or, it's called Sleep because I'm sleepy. And, like, they're awesome questions, but I just didn't. This video is really long, I think. I think it's like 9 minutes. Actually, looking at all those little clips down there, I'm pretty sure it's like a 20-minute video. Yes, so I am going to try making new videos. They're going to be like probably little vlogs soon, just like, you know, what's going on in my life. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a wonderful day. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, hit me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to me if you haven't already. I'm really trying to get big on YouTube so that I, you know, make more content and all this jazz. I love hearing all your feedback. And yes, so I know that the lighting's been really awkward for this video, and I know that I've been really touching my hair. It's weird. I did my hair, and then I never like it when it's straight. I like it when it's straight, but it's like, I don't know. I can't stop touching it. Yes. So I hope that everybody has a wonderful day, and yeah, or night, you know, whenever you're watching this. And don't forget, guys, stay sleepy. Alright, guys, I'll see you later. That was really lame. Yeah, so... Okay, so around the end of my video, the last like 6 questions, they started getting really out of sync. Like my mouth and the audio wouldn't line up, and I've been trying to fix that for the longest time, but I'm just gonna leave it. I cut out a couple questions because it was really bad on some of them, and I'm very sorry about that. But yeah, it was bad. I don't know how to fix that. I'm not a professional. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty bad YouTube video. But you can always come up from